Today, I had an audition and I had to get on camera. And you don't know, it wasn't the fact, like I may or may not get it. Like I don't really care. But the fact is, I'm on camera again, you know? And the casting person called me. Like I called them and, I guess she was busy casting other people or whatever. And she called me back. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed your call, and I'd love to talk to you, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, things are doing really bad when the casting person calls you back and wants to talk to you. They didn't say you got the job, but they want to talk to you. Things are not doing really good. But I was saying to her, I miss the movies, you know? I'm really missing the big screen experience. And so when I looked on the news today, it said that, Clint Eastwood, Martin Scorsese, the Bond people, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, went to the Senate, or they're appealing to the Senate to give money to the movie theaters, because they're saying that the movie theater is not going to last during this pandemic. They're going to just go out of business. Even the big chains, because they have to, they pay big time rent. If the malls would just not let them pay rent until the pandemic is over, like cut out the lights, cut out the electricity, just don't pay any rent, until the pandemic is over, I think things will kind of like be okay. But then, you have the workers, and I guess you have the corporation, they need money. And I'm like, oh God, not the movies. Not the movies. I heard this years ago from somebody that was in the industry. And she was like, there's going to come a time there's not going to be movies. I always say this. Always going to be movies. There's always going to be movies. We want that experience. She said, no, there's going to come a time there's not going to be movies. She wasn't a seer. She just was somebody like, there's just going to come a time there's not going to be movies. But she didn't say why or how. And I was like, okay, I don't believe that. And I'm praying that they give money to the movie theaters and they pass a bill. At least the landlords can say, you don't have to pay any rent. This theater will be here, for the next 10 years. We'll just leave it here. Hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully it's like a year, maybe less than that. But I just miss that movie experience. So what did I do? Well, last night I was up all night and I was working on my Kindle again. I've been working on Kindle and Kindle and Kindle. And I'm just like, I got to find a way of making it look right for me. Like I'm trying to satisfy myself here. I'm not satisfied with the way it looks. And so I keep doing it over and over and over again. I'm one of these people that are, that strives for perfection. And I'll just do it over and over again until I get it. But I'm just hoping I don't have to go through this with my next book. So I'm going to work on it today. Today, the full moon is in Aries. So I have some construction work going on. Not construction work, but actually I'm remodeling a little bit. And so they just put in a new glass because that glass was broken. They did my sinks. They fixed my stove. A little bit of adversity there going on in the background. But it's a happy ending. Everything ended happy. So I am just going to start working on my next book, For the Love of Blood. I don't know if I should do these every week, like give you an update on what's going on, because I don't particularly like doing that. But, you know what I mean? What I'm worried about right now, I couldn't hardly get it out of my mouth, is the holidays, all the parties. are not going to happen. That's what I'm like, oh boy, this is not going to happen. I'm like, oh God, I can't, be a glamour girl. I got all these clothes here, all these, everything. Stuff I haven't even worn. I'm not giving them to Salvation Army, sorry. I have stuff that I wore on the set. Like old clothes that I use like when I do extra work. When I work on the set, like props and stuff. What am I going to do about that? Keep them, I guess. I don't think things are ever going to be the same. I mean, if we have to go in a hazmat suit, everybody buy a hazmat suit and put it on and sit in the movie and look at the movie. I would go for that. I would go for that. At least I'm seeing it, on that big screen. I'm getting that big screen experience, that sensor sound, surround sound, that THX, I'm getting those big special effects. Oh my God. It's nothing like it. I mean, unless you have a movie in your house, like some movie stars do. One day maybe I'll get one. But that costs a fortune. It costs a fortune, not so much for the chairs and the screen, but the sound system and the equipment to show the film in that high-tech, genre. Well, so I hope you guys are doing well this week. This is it. This is it. This week and next week is going to be... I haven't turned on the news to see if anything that I said has happened. I'm hoping that it doesn't. I really am. I'm hoping that we have a brand new day. I'm really excited about the future. I'm really excited about moving forward. I'm really excited about Amber Stone Agency, I tell you that. I'm excited about her. I'm excited about just how well I did. Just how I connected and how, the downloads just came all of a sudden. Because everybody's been plotting this year. This year has been, all the planets have been retrograde. Everybody has been plotting, just plotting. And it's like, I have to do this over and over and over again. When is the end? March was supposed to be the end. July was supposed to be the end. Okay, so this, now come to find out, this is the end. Today is the end. It's ending today. From March, whatever you started in March will end today. And I am so glad. That new moon that was in March going into Aries will end today. Accumulation of full moon in Aries. So, I'm feeling really relaxed right now. Very comfortable in my skin. Very proud to be who I am, despite what is going on in the world. You have to have some self-love for yourself. And, it's about you right now, and how you're feeling and what you're doing. What are you contributing, and that's what's important. How are you feeling about what you're doing? Not so much about what other people are doing too, because I want to see other people do well. I want to see, I want to see other people do well. I want to see other people live their life and be happy and, prosper and just live long and joyful, And so I'm going to let you go.